My dear sisters and brothers, we have seen the way in which God led the people of Israel, His chosen people, out of slavery and bondage in Egypt, out into the wilderness, and that He would be with them as they pass over to the promised land. And we will see how this journey has its ups and downs. They are taking a lamb, and that lamb is being killed and eaten. What is the significance of that? It is innocent, it is offered to God, and just as the lamb was offered to God because of its fully innocent nature, we also have imbibed it. And in our place, that lamb has died and given us that freedom. Its blood is put on the doorpost so that the plague, the harm does not come to that household. So also when the blood is smeared on us, because Jesus is dwelling in us, we are also kept safe from all evil and harm. But what do? We get the evil in us because of our ego, and that is how we begin to destroy God's goodness which is there within us. We try to do good on our own, but it does not last because it does not have that ability in us to continue to give it growth. So we have to rely on God, and that is why Jesus has been the perfect sacrifice who has offered Himself for us. He has died, suffered for us, died for us, has been raised, and He is given to us. So His is the perfect Passover from sin into freedom so that we can live the love of God in our lives. And so, my dear sisters and brothers, let us give ourselves fully to the Lord's presence in us, and we will see how at every moment, whenever we encounter whatever difficulties which the world presents us, in Jesus we have already got the victory. Let us experience it every time, and He will lead us and guide us. Now, Lawrence of Brindisi came from a very well-known family in Napoli. He was born on the 22nd of July, and he died on the 22nd of July 60 years after. At 16, he joined the Capuchins, and he was brilliant. So he was ordained when he was 23, and at 32, he was made the general of his congregation. He was so smart and capable. He was simply excellent at languages. He was called a polyglot, means he knew many languages. He knew Italian, where he came from. He knew Spanish, he knew French, he knew the other language, German, other languages of the East. Besides, he knew Latin, Greek, Hebrew, all these languages, and he was so good and smart in them. And so he was very strong in bringing clarity to the people through his writings. He was also a very good orator. When he was only a deacon, he preached the Lenten mission, and everyone was so impressed by it that they really experienced a change of heart. Most people went for confession, and when they experienced this, he was called to all the major cities of Italy and all other places as well, since he was good in other languages and wonderful in his preaching. Then he was also asked to bring all the Catholics together to fight the Muslims who were becoming a big force. They were already defeated in the Battle of Lepanto, but then they had come into other places in Europe. So he went ahead with the cross, won the victory there, and then he was sent to Portugal. There also there was a lot of strife, and when he went there and as he was defending the people, he died there. He was buried also there. So let us thank God that He has chosen people, and they, when they give all their gifts and talents to God, God uses them in the best possible way. So also for all of us, God has blessed each one of us. Let us discover these gifts that we have, the qualities that we have, and give it to God so that God, when He uses it, will make it successful. Now, remember also that when we are doing good in Jesus, we will also be attacked by the evil one. So in such moments, do not fear. Remain steadfast in the Lord, and He, through this experience, will also bring salvation and freedom to many who are in need of it through the sacrifice we make. So the Passover will also take place through our suffering, death, and resurrection in Jesus. Let's hold our hands together, keep our backs straight, close our eyes, and just remain united to Jesus at every moment, because in every breath He fills us with His presence. And we have the opportunity to empty everything in us on Him as we breathe out. Just keep it all in Him, and He will keep multiplying the goodness that is there, which is of His in us. And we will be happy, for He will use us in the best possible way.